So if you like direct questions, I'm going to ask you, what the hell happened? It was going so well.
Well, the simple answer is that to some extent we took this whole ideological financial message that came out of the United States and Britain
That
in
regulation
the
is bad.
Yes,
free markets can run everything.
That you privatize, you deregulate. The market will always be supreme. It will lead you to prosperity. And the financial institutions will be the new pillars of the 21st century economy. I mean, this was the gospel coming out of this great city. If you went down to Wall Street in the early years of this century, or even the 90s, everybody on Wall Street believed that message. So since we are in between Europe and the United States, it was not strange that this gospel also found its way to Iceland. We were unlucky in the sense that we privatized the banks at the time when the world was afloat with money. So everybody was willing to do dealings with the Icelandic banks. So in a matter of half a decade or so, they moved from being what you could call Icelandic banks in the normal sense of the word, operating in Iceland,
right,
and became, in fact, European banks. So, and when they collapsed, over 80% of their business was outside of Iceland. And the European financial market is organized in such a way, as you know, that you can establish a bank in one country, and then that bank can operate anywhere within the European Union. And the regulatory system is still sort of not primarily based on national regulations. Of course, we failed in terms of having a sufficient surveillance. We didn't have the sufficiently sort of rigorous control. But I sometimes say, because you mentioned 2008 and so on, that 2006, 2007, there were warning voices. There were experts and even financial representatives from other countries who were saying that the banks were too big and the situation was getting dangerous. And I listened to those voices. But then, on the other hand, I also listened to what the rating agencies were doing. And throughout that period, even up to 2008, they gave the Icelandic banks a clean bill of health, said they were in excellent conditions. I also listened to the fact that most of the European and American banks were doing business with the Icelandic banks. And I said to myself, if the rating agencies say things are okay, if the big financial community wants to do such extensive business with the Icelandic banks, I doubt whether those critical voices are in fact correct. So I made the mistake, like many others, in believing in the years leading up to this, the prevailing wisdom of the international financial world. And it was a costly experience.